my man? How you doing this fine Wednesday?
What is going on, Marcus? It is a new month, a new show, and a new topic. May
Yes, yes.
1st.
So, hello everybody. Data from the Real is back for another Wednesday night live with the host, Mr. Don Jr Lilly himself, and myself, Marcus. What's going on? We like he says, a new month, a new day, a new life, a new everything. We're gonna make this thing go pop like how it's supposed to. We are Data from the Real, where we do everything, including keeping it real. You
Yes.
know, before I even get started, I gotta get in the habit of playing a disclaimer. We are not experts. We are not professionals. We are people who's hosting a platform of open discussion about the positivity in relationships and dating, and healing within yourself. And I think that's
Providing
about
our
covering it.
opinionated review of such topics that are up for discussion.
Yeah. See,
Don't take it
and
personal.
exactly. You know, and also that's one of the things I like about you, Don. You are opposites in a lot of ways. Where I'm kind of a little rough, you kind of refine. When I'm whiskey, you vodka. So
I thought it
we
was the other way
complement.
around, man. You the refined one. I'm the one that's rough around the edges. You know what I mean?
No, I'm just suave.
Okay, I
Yeah,
got
yeah, yeah. I'm like a rough sexy.
you.
Yeah, rough
There you
sexy.
go. You got your Timberlands on, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Boots you
yeah.
down to your socks. Okay.
I'm from New York. Hey, baby, I see you out there on YouTube in the YouTube land.
All right, what's up, Kia?
All right. So now let's go ahead and get into it. What's
Yeah.
Mr. Don? What's the topic for tonight?
Tonight's topic is one that Marcus let me take the lead and come up and write. It's basically what defines a relationship. And when I was writing this, I wanted to come up with a compare and contrast in a relationship and based upon two topics that I thought that were important. And those topics is in a relationship, we want to define it. Is it based on a length of time that two people are together, or is it based on a foundation that two people built from the beginning? And just basically bounce it off the wall and get some opinions out there and see what everybody else's take is on this concept of what defines a relationship.
Okay. Before we get into it, so when you brought up this topic, and I was like, it made me think back to, I want to say just maybe a few weeks ago. I know it had been less than a month. So me and my wonderful fiance, I can say fiance,
There you
hey
go.
lady, we watching some judge show, on the free channels,
Hmm.
and the dude was like, judge her. I told her if she sleep with me, we're married. She's like, and she was like, we're just friends, Your Honor. We
Wow.
had sex, but we were just friends. Your Honor, I told her if I sleep with you, we're married.
You're mine now. Gotcha.
So I think for a relationship, you man, first and foremost, you better establish, are we even in a relationship, and what kind of
Exactly.
relationship is it in?
Don't be
It
don't
is,
be assuming out there now.
yeah. You'll
Looking
find
bad.
here. Only guarantee is gonna be your feelings hurt when you find out one don't agree with the other.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah.
Get that foundation established.
Right. So talk to me, Don. What is a relationship? What's the relationship?
A relationship, that could be based on the aspect of how two people look at it. But I want to give more of a authentic definition, one from the Oxford English Dictionary, which states the state or fact of being related, the way in which two things are connected, a connection and association. Now, when you think about relationship, we're just not talking about lovers or men and women. We're talking about relationships you may have with your family, your friends, people within your immediate circle. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go to the Merriam-Webster's definition of a relationship, and it says in the state of affairs existing between those having relations or dealings. Sound like some nutty professor there with those relations, but yes. So this sounds a little bit more
Hercules,
intimate as
Hercules.
to yeah, you go, to two people actually experiencing. a relationship, you're getting those feelings, you're getting that understanding, you're getting more connected on a physical level, maybe even on a spiritual level. So there's two different dictionary meanings that are explaining the same thing, but in different contrasts. What do you think about those explainings there, Marcus?
So most of the time, I am the definition person. And
Yeah,
since you came on the show and you are has taken the definitions over it and doing it very well, like I said, doing it well.
yeah.
Um, I'm gonna switch to say relationships. Gonna break it down to Marcus version.
There
The
you
Marcus
go.
Goodwin
Okay.
Webster's Dictionary of Oxford, Marcus Goodwin, Alabama.
Okay. Let's hear
Yeah,
that, sir. Let's hear that.
yeah.
Let's hear
So a romantic relationship is apparently both of y'all agree that you're a relationship and you're doing it to everything you can to make it work.
There you go.
You
I like
know,
that.
yeah, trying to make each other happy, build it.
Got to.
You know, and on this platform, because I want to say it make sure it's in a positive way. We're not gonna go with no a relationship could be nasty because like you said, relationship is just let me see which one it was. Where two things are connected. You don't say connected in a good way, bad way,
Yeah,
great
it's
way.
association. Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can have a relationship if you out there doing, doing some peddling, you know what I mean? So you just think about what we're trying to present here in regards to relationships
yeah.
a bit
I have a
more.
relationship with myself.
Got to. That's where it all starts.
Exactly.
It
So
starts with yourself.
so when you talk about the topic, what defines a relationship? Before you get into the Marcus relationship category of having it with somebody,
Yeah.
you have to have a pure relationship with yourself, and I'm a firm believer now, especially after doing these shows,
Yeah.
that you have to be in that relationship with yourself. You have to be of healing or not. Not I don't want to say damage, but you have to be running pretty. You have to be really running pretty smooth internally.
Yeah. You definitely do. I made a note of that comment you said, and basically when I was wrote, indicated great relationship starts with self, as every relationship is unique, and what defines it may be based on an individual's involved and the nature of their connection. So if your connection within yourself is authentic, your connection within yourself is real, or you're presenting on a a platform that is positive, then all that around you will be connected in the same manner. You're not going to go associate with some people who are bad apples, because that's not how you roll, or that's not what you're presenting to the people who are around you.
Right. And unfortunately, that rolling them bad apples, we all have done it before.
Yes,
And
but that's a learning curve. You're
yeah,
not born out of the womb knowing everything, so you're going to take those bruises, and hopefully by the time you become a young adolescent, a young man, you make the right choices, the right path to do things that are productive in society. Because if you go down the wrong path, we already know what that leads to. Don't need to
exactly.
explain
And this is where we're trying to come with the our maturity or what's that word? I don't know if I'm using right. That maturation. I don't know if that's the
there you
right
go.
word, but it
There
sounds
you go,
good.
sir. He on it today.
Yeah, yeah.
Maturation. What's the other word you was pronouncing in the backstage? You
Oh
can't even remember
shit.
that.
I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Expound. That was
There
it.
you go,
Expound.
expound. But
Yeah.
we got some comments here. Marie Jackson, that's my co-writer, co-author there. Nice to join the
Hey,
podcast.
co-writer.
Marie, she says, "Love yourself first." So there you go.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
know, basically, we always talk about foundation
yeah,
and loving yourself is a fundamental foundation.
indeed. Maturation.
Maturation. See, she could spell it, boy. I ain't get to that level yet.
Some Twitter fingers,
Boy,
man. But with the definitions that we provided, we're going to go into some points of topic, and basically what we're going to do, we're just going to bounce these topics off each other, and with the audience appreciation and response, we're going to see if you agree, if these are based on length of time or these are based on foundation. The first point of topic is communication, and that's usually when one is open, honest, and effective within understanding each other's thoughts, feelings, and need. And again, Marcus, would you think this is based on a length of time people spend together when they communicate, or is this based on the foundation when they start to initiate that more intimate level of understanding of each other in
Oh,
regards to communication?
my first response is going to be when building that foundation.
Yeah,
Reason I say that because if we can't communicate at the beginning, we're not gonna make that. We're not gonna make that length of time.
yeah,
Now, over that length of time, our communication skills should increase or get better because we're starting to know each other and how we work and how understanding where communication is no longer just verbal,
yes,
it's body language.
yes.
You know,
Those are love languages we were speaking
them
about.
right, them love language,
You can read a
and
person, just by looking and seeing if they are in a good mood, or
it's
they just need an extra hug, or something of that affection to get them going for the day.
right. And if you're
Yeah,
fortunate enough to get one like I got, which the energy,
yeah,
her my energy is a communication style for her. She's like, I know when you're stressed. I know
yeah.
when you're worried. So
That's
that's
it.
I'm like, damn,
That's great. And
and
we got a message from Floyd here. He says, "Hey fam, I'm at a concert that my son is singing in, so he just wanted to stop by and say hello. Keep up the amazing work. Appreciate that, Floyd. Thanks for chiming in, sir. Letting us know that you're watching, and keep supporting as we proceed forward. And hopefully you can catch this on repeat. And just get your feel on what we're conversating here for.
yeah, we need to get Floyd back on in the near future
Yeah, man.
because
Yeah.
he's he's a great she's
Oh,
a greater person and a greater feeling. I have fun talking to Floyd.
yeah. I like his perspective. He's definitely a person of wisdom, knowledge, and we live life, and even within our communication of people we know, it's still within a bubble. And then you're reaching out to someone who's a couple of states away and get his perspective. It's a wonderful thing, man. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like we said, open platform. It's an open
There you
platform.
go.
Lines of communication. You know,
Yeah.
and it's everybody's thoughts. We respect everybody's opinions and thoughts.
Yeah.
So back with the communication thing. What's your take?
I think the communication it is based on the foundation that is built, because when you're attempting to pursue someone, right, and you come in with those suave lines like Marcus said earlier in the backstage.
Chabella.
Rico Suave is what he called his nickname, but even when you're just communicating, just coming with somebody just for a conversation, you try to get them to go out for coffee. Then of course it builds up to dinner and movies. That you just like, I got it now, right? And like you said, the man said, if I sleep with you, you're mine. So that communication is the foundation that you're building. What the person is going to perceive is coming from you. Now, again, some people can be slicker than a can of oil and just be all game and spit it, and they can spit it smooth. But that person has to decipher between the garbage and what's available to be sustained. So yes, I agree with you on that. It is based on the foundation first, but over time, communication can be non-verbal. It can become more of a love language aspect when you're with someone, because now you're able to read the person, as you stated earlier.
Right.
Yeah,
And when as we reach those levels of communication, it starts to become magical.
yeah,
I often heard people say, "Yeah, I just know. I just know."
yeah. You're coming in at 7:01. You're supposed to be at 6:59.
Yeah, but they know, like they know their
What's
partner
going
so
on?
well. They know
Yeah,
even through a text how they respond to a text.
yeah.
Like
It's crazy.
she ain't right.
Intuition.
This ain't her.
Yeah.
So let me, when I get home, I know. So let me go. We're going to have a talk because this is not. This is not. Those little. I don't know idiosyncrasies. That little
Yeah, there you
shit.
go. You don't be tiptoeing in the house when you get to home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No time for that.
So, but and like for me, I'm learning some. I'm learning some kids like. I learned some. I learned some of her facial expressions. Like, oh shit, I don't said some wrong shit.
You get that one eye squint.
Mm-mm.
Like your mama do you in church. Like,
Yeah,
you know you getting it when you get home. You gotta
boy.
say
When
thank
she
you.
look at me that way, it's like you ever like, speaking of moms. Like when she look at you, it's like getting a pinch
Yeah,
without touching you.
exactly. Yeah, you already know.
Yeah.
Go pick your switch. Go ahead and
Oh,
pick it out. Yeah.
hey, hold on. If she ever think about getting a switch, she might turn me on more.
Yeah, for those that are
Jungle love.
under 30, you might not understand what a switch is. This is something that was you might have to go do some history lesson on that. You know what I mean? All right, we
Shoot.
got some comments here from Florida. It says communication, consistency, chemistry, and compatibility. Without communication, the rest would no longer exist. Great communication is essential. That's a lot of C's in there, man. I think he was a crip or something, man. All them C's you put in there, Florida, but we appreciate the comment, man. You throwing up the west side, you know what
he go
I
he go to a
mean?
Snoop Dogg concert up in
Yeah.
they ain't his
Yeah,
city.
ain't no, yeah, yeah, that's what, yeah, he had a chronic tour or something, man. All them C's. You laughing at that, man. We just try to get a laugh at you, sir. Appreciate
Yeah.
that, though. Yeah, Floyd's definitely on point. Uh, without that, what he's explaining here, without communication, you don't get no relaxation. So, I mean, you better talk because you ain't going to sleep or sleep with one eye open. However, you got to do it, right? Because something coming at you, a shoe or something,
Yeah.
switch,
No.
whatever you say.
No. We
uh,
we gonna we gonna we gonna bring up to traumatic experiences.
yeah,
So childhood traumas. That's for a Tuesday night. Wink, wink.
there you go.
They
Oh,
covered it
okay,
already, but that's them
okay.
them
Let's try
childhood
it.
traumas.
Yeah, Key said you better talk, or you, sir, you're not getting no sleep. uh,
All right. Now, yeah, I can go through a whole list of stuff I had to learn just for being with her. As that she had to elevate me on my levels of communication.
yeah,
Yeah, I ain't on the skyscraper. Yeah, I'm still, I'm
you
still on
getting
the,
there, sir. You floating on up, man.
I'm on this 2-story building, trying not to fall.
Yes, please pass out that page. We want to get these viewership up, and Marcus communicated with me that we're no longer going live on Facebook right now. We're selecting to do YouTube, so we need those viewerships up, and we're selecting to utilize IG as well. So Facebook can catch a rerun, but it won't be live.
Yeah, because if those other garbage people on YouTube can get views, well, you got two quality
Yeah,
men and two wonderful ladies doing it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one,
The
Don?
next one is trust, and this one I think is probably self-explanatory because the definition says the foundation of any healthy relationship. It's the confidence that each person has in each other's reliability, integrity, and loyalty. So, with that being said, the foundation that pretty much explains how that falls within our points of topic. It is based on the foundation that you have that trust, and that trust will carry you the length of the time that you're spending together to ensure that you have the integrity and the loyalty that each is seeking.
Now, let me ask you this:
Yeah.
when trying to enter a relationship or just starting a relationship, do you give that trust out easily, or it has to be still have to be earned over a period of time?
Oh, that
And
must be earned. That's like you gotta work 7 Saturdays in a row, 8 to 5 with no break to get that trust earned, man. You definitely gotta put in the work. It's for someone to give up trust that easy. I would be questioning them because that means that they are allowing anyone and anything in their life without even trying to filter out the bad, because someone can come in with bad intentions and not do any good. So you definitely have to let that person earn it. So therefore, it's going to take some time to earn that trust, but it has to be the foundation of how you want to roll.
Yeah.
I don't.
So I'm a little bit different. I'm thinking I might be
Okay,
wired. Maybe I'm
let me
wired a
hear
little
that. Let me
different.
hear that.
You know, as if I'm talking to you in an established relationship, I'm not looking for. Don't give me a reason to distrust you, and I trust you. Why?
You
Why?
you you got a good point there. Let's hit on that. You're
Yeah.
saying don't give a person a reason to distrust,
Right.
and you will trust them.
Right. So that's like me saying you got to earn my trust, especially if I got shitted on by somebody in my past. Now I got to the point where I have trust issues, and you didn't do nothing.
Okay.
So if I can't trust you, why should I be in a relationship? Oh, if you had to earn my trust at that in that period of time, and it's 500 Saturdays and it's 9 to 5, we can't be
Well,
in a relationship. You,
let
you
me
working
let me
3 years to get a relationship with a
let
person.
me ask you this question to respond to your comment.
Go for it.
You're saying don't do anything to distrust to earn my trust. Trust can be put into, well, how to say this? Trust can be earned, such as, can I call on you if I got a flat tire at 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday?
That's
If you say,
reliability.
you ain't got nobody, I can call AAA. AAA says take 12 hours to get there. You can call other family members, no one responded, and I call Mark and say, Marcus, I got a flat tire, man. I'm on 635. I ain't got no business over here in this neighborhood. It's shady. I need you to help me, change the tire, bring a flat tire, or, just jump start my car, whatever. Battery may be dead, and you're like, man, I'm in the bed, sleep. What I mean, I gotta go to work at 7. You better call somebody else. So, again, it could trust the relationship aspect can be two people or as friends, or it could be a male and female. Can
So
I gain your trust in that aspect?
okay, so
Yeah.
to me, I look at that a little bit different.
Okay.
In your scenario, I look at that as reliability. Can I rely on that
Which is
person?
part of that definition.
Because
Yeah.
I'm just gonna tell you a story. Years ago, many, many, many moons ago, there's one girl I liked, and there's one girl I was, eh, just something. I was in the bed with one I was something. The one I liked called me for something at the middle of the night. I got up to go handle her business.
Player.
I mean, but
Yeah.
that action, those actions in general,
Yeah.
is mischievous and deceitful. But it shows a reliability on I can count on that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is trying to build what you want in a person in a relationship, but it doesn't equate to trust
True. You got
because
there. Yeah.
a husband will to mix up with really about them old player days, and even today where they say you take care of home.
Yeah.
They're very reliable to take care of home, but they still may do some dirt on the side. But home
Yeah.
is always taken care of. That's reliability, not trust.
Yeah. But
That's why I look
yeah.
at that one.
Yeah. Now you're making a good point that's just different than what I originally thought about when writing this out. So yes, that trust is pretty much not even there if he's out there doing that, even though he's taking care of home, which is the reliability aspect, that even loyalty to a point, but he's still untrustworthy in those regards.
All right. So there's a few comments in time. Can you address
Yeah.
those for me?
And yeah, Kia said, let's talk about it. Don, you got trust issues? Yeah, Kia, I can't trust nobody far that I can spit, and I don't spit far, but that's jokingly. That's jokingly. But Keegan said I used to, but it's stressful not trusting first. And Floyd says I start off with a level of trust, but not 100%. When I'm getting to know someone, as we continue to grow, the trust grows. Nice, nice comment, Floyd. Appreciate that. And
Yeah.
then we got one says, but what if we just trust what people show us for face value? I like that lady she 08.
That's
Yes.
cuz
Okay.
that's our dart therapist.
Okay.
That's
All right.
Shy.
I like that, Shy. You got a twist to the name. Yes. Yes. You gotta trust what people show you. So if somebody show you your hand, don't expect nothing other. Because there's some snakes out there in the grass.
Oh yeah,
Got
snakes will bite.
a couple of spades up the sleeves. So a spade is a spade. Call it what it is. That's what I say.
Yeah.
And she follows up with, "What if we let go of our own expectations, just trust how people show as themselves?" I don't know about letting go of my own expectations because I don't know about that. What do you think, Marcus? I don't have a response to that or comment yet.
So what if we let go of our own expectations and just trust people? And that's
Just
why that's pretty much what I do. But only kind of expectation I have is I have to put on myself.
yeah,
And I guess I won't say that. I guess my expectation be not necessarily about trust, be other things. So, but
yeah,
trust
yeah,
wise,
yeah.
I expect them to trust me as much as I'm going to trust them.
True. There you go. I can
You
agree
know,
with that.
so I am fortunate in that manner because one of the things I do have is a forgiving nature.
Mhm.
So that allows me to forgive easy and being a little bit absent minded, I can forget sometimes. So that I think in my life that kind of helped me avoid trust issues.
Yeah,
You know,
I feel you.
but
I feel you on that.
but I now if we ever talk about trying to earn trust back after
Losing it.
losing it, you know, people might feel a little different on that one
Yeah,
because trust like life is a valuable gift. If I'm giving
yeah,
you trust, you have to nurture it,
yeah.
and to
Treat it
say
with care. Fragile.
it's fragile. We'll put it back together. We could try and you can still see the same picture, but it might have some cracks in it, like a like you
Yeah,
like you break a vase. You
yeah.
can super glue it back together.
Vase. It's a vase.
It's a vase. Oh,
Experience shapes how we trust. Healing helps us to trust ourselves first. This is from Kia McLean. That is definitely A1 there. Great comment. Appreciate that. Let's um let's carry on down to the next one, sir.
okay.
The next one is mutual respect. Respecting each other's opinion, boundaries, and autonomy is essential. This includes valuing each other's differences and treating each other with kindness and consideration. And do you think this is defined based on the length of time the couple spends together, or is it based on something that's the foundation from the start? Stubborn as a mule, possibility. Yes, Barisa, that is correct. You already know. Stubborn as a mule. Now get out of the way.
All
Yeah.
right, Cole, Arthur, I'm with you. All right, mutual respect.
Yeah. Mutual
I'm
respect.
I'm gonna put that in the same category like trust. I'm gonna give it
Hmm.
to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to you off the rip. If I don't
Okay.
respect you, how can I have a relationship with you?
Yeah.
You know, like everything that like trust, it is fragile. It's a gift.
Hmm.
You know, and depending on the person, respect can be way big or it could be just big.
Yeah.
And a lot of times this is also determined with communication on what's important to them.
Yeah.
And I have to share my own experiences. Once again, one of the, you know, Kia is big on respect. The moment I disrespect her, it really would be hard to put that back together or show um, remorse.
Yeah.
But she communicates that with me from the beginning
Hmm.
through the course, and for any reason, hmm, if I'm in a hospital with a coma, I can see it. She could whisper in my ear,
Yeah.
"While your eyes closed, man, you better be respecting me."
You wake up then, all right?
Yeah, yeah. You bet.
She reach for that phone when you come out
Man,
that coma.
if I dream you disrespect me while in this coma, I'm a, I'm gonna give you that look.
Went through his whole soul. Doctor's like, he over there flatlining. He died twice.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, if you die, that's a sign of disrespect. So you better wake your ass up, babe.
we got some comments here. I'm gonna read. It says no earning it either way. Where did it go? No earning it either way. Trust is at the beginning, and if it's broken, it's broken. Respect is number one. It holds everything else together. That is good. Mutual respect and respecting each other's opinion, boundaries, and autonomy is essential. Uh, my take on that is, I think mutual respect is something that we can establish in the beginning, but over time, I feel like that builds it even stronger because you have to understand people's boundaries. Like as a couple, you get together, you want to be lovey-dovey, you want to be in each other's face all the time, but then over time, you start to understand. Okay, he just got off work. I get his man his space, or she just got home. She's not in a good mood. Let me give her 5 minutes to breathe, and then you see how that mutual respect can grow to more of an understanding based on time and what we talked about in the beginning. Uh, the communication, even just the verbal communication that is given off.
Yeah.
And we have a comment here again. How do a person learn to trust after a previous relationship broke it? Uh, you're just gonna have to drink plenty of vodka and just let it go, man. Just let it
No.
go.
Well, yeah. Vodka helps. Whiskey helps to an extent.
Yeah,
Depends what kind of alcohol
yeah,
alcohol do to you.
yeah. You
Um.
wake up, it's the same problem will be there though. So I don't know
Yeah.
about
But the biggest thing is
that. Yeah,
you need to be around positive people. That's one.
yeah,
You know, you need to take away all the negative things around you. That's two.
yep.
Um. Three. Tune in every Tuesday, every other Tuesday. Four. Um.
Every other Wednesday.
Seek a therapist. That's and when all that's really should be number one. But sometimes we don't go that route. But I
Yeah,
think therapy is probably the best example.
you bring up
Uh,
a good point. Therapy. I was going to bring up a number 4 or 5. I forgot which one you dropped off on it. But yeah, if you have an outlet, that is to me is a start of therapeutic. I like to go to the gym. I like to lift weights. I like to ride a bike. That in itself is therapeutic because when I'm out there riding a bike, I ain't nobody calling me because I ain't answering the phone. I'm tuning out everything because that is my time to myself where I can think about my thoughts. I'm within my thoughts and I can see how I'm going to respond and deal with certain situations. So again, you got to have some type of outlet that's positive, not just saying you go out and drink and do whatever. But you have to have some type of outlet that is therapeutic that can help you deal with situations and overcome some of those traumatic problems that maybe people may be experiencing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and when the and
Good
like you
grief,
said,
sir.
we
Yeah.
have to properly learn um to let the things of the things of the past go.
Yeah.
And we can sit here and say that it's not we know it's not easy because we've been through a lot of things. We know it's not
Yeah.
always the easiest thing.
Exactly.
Um, but you have to know in your heart that everybody, the next person is not the last person, you
Yeah.
know, or the person after that is not the person that was before that.
Mm-hmm.
And as
So
we
true.
choose, I mean, and as we start, we take them L's and make them lessons. That's the old
Yes.
saying that make L's lesson.
Yeah.
I lost one, but I learned from it.
There you go.
So, I,
Indeed.
but yeah,
Indeed.
we can. So trust. You have it in you. If you gave them one and they broke it, you got some more in you.
Yeah.
You just got to know how to share it again.
Exactly. There you go. My man Marcus is speaking facts over here.
Yeah, yeah. Ciao, Bella. All right.
All right, let's go to the next important topic here. This is empathy and understanding. Being able to empathize with each other's feelings and perspectives fosters emotional connection and intimacy. There's that word Marcus likes. Understanding each other's experiences and being supportive during both good and challenging times strengthens the relationship. Empathy and understanding. These are almost like some love languages over here,
Yeah, I mean,
man.
for real.
Yeah, points of topic. But yeah, I'm gonna jump into that one. I do feel this is one that can can define a relationship over the length of time that a couple is together because that empathy builds up and the understanding builds up in which you have more respect for a person's dealings. Like, we all go to work, most of us go to work that are capable, and we have hard days of work, and then over time you can be understanding of why a person may be frustrated when they clock off the clock, log off the clock, and then you have empathy to understand why they may not be able to join you when you may be on an off day and they having to work 9 to 5 that day, and you in happy-go-lucky mode, and they're just not feeling it right now. So that empathy is something, and understanding that grows with time. I feel uh, as a couple spends quality years together. Marcus may have a different opinion. What do you think about this,
Yeah,
sir?
you know I do. All right, so I'm telling you, I'm wired different.
Yeah,
I snort.
Alabama.
Shit, roll tide. Um,
Yeah.
so I think it's a foundation at the beginning
Okay. Okay.
because I think one of the things that's going to attract somebody to you is their empathy and understanding. Understanding what I'm saying, what I'm going through, how am I feeling.
Yeah.
This is the things that make you attractive to the other person.
Yeah.
The empathy, the feeling like, oh, what's wrong? I can see it in your face. I can feel it. What's going on?
Yeah.
Or walking in like, okay, yeah, you in a good mood. I'm with you. Yay. Ain't no music. I could dance when ain't no music. Um,
We gotta have one of those buttons we can cut in some quick comments on a
yeah,
sound scan or something like that.
and but like the trust, it grows stronger over the course of time.
Yeah.
But if you don't have no empathy and understanding at the beginning, you may not be ready to be in a. I'm just saying may. You may not be ready to be in a relationship. Maybe you still got some things you need to address or take care of so you can understand, and you can give
Yeah.
that better person or that better version of you to somebody else.
Yeah. And your fiance is agreeing. She says Marcus walked in today and she started yapping. He needed a minute. She had to understand and respect that. So yes, that's definitely a good point to bring up. And I'm glad you are enjoying the dialogue, Kia.
Yeah.
I worked pretty
Hold on.
hard on this.
So
Marcus.
hold on. I got a rant. She done brung that shit up.
I was trying to save you, Kia. There, now he on
Man,
it. Now
it
he on
wasn't
it. Now.
her. It was that motherfucking Chipotle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Raggedy motherfuckers. Um, if
yeah.
he sponsor us, I love Chipotle.
There you go.
Um,
There you go. Yeah.
so I've been to the Chipotle in this town twice.
Okay.
The first time I went in,
Chipotle. It's like
Ch-
I thought it was Chipotle. Okay.
Chipotle, in Alabama it's called tacos. It's true. I don't care. Burrito. Um, the
All right.
first time I went in, how about they ain't had no damn rice? How you go to Chipotle and they ain't got no rice?
Oh, rice.
Brown all right.
What?
See, that's the face I made.
Yeah.
So fast forward to today, I walk in. Oh, we're not taking cards. We're only carrying cash.
Who doing that? Who
Yeah,
got cash on?
no sign in the door, no nothing. Well, you
Hey.
could order it on DoorDash and or go online and order it.
A whole
First
nother
of all, I ain't
company.
ordering. I'm here. Why am I
Yeah.
on DoorDash? Something. I'm here. DoorDash already put a whole bunch of jelly on on the price anyway.
You never got two things that match sound
Yeah.
like
So, but I went and ordered some. I went online to the website because
yeah.
I ain't fighting traffic and everything, but Chip, Chipotle and where I'm
Chipotle.
located, you might have got my last dollar. But
Chipotle. And
Chipotle in
where's that
general, I
at?
love you. Chipotle where I'm at, you got my
Yes,
last
Pote
dollar.
where he at. He said he needs you to jump on this live and comment about that. You need to hear from the GM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, what we talking about? I had my rant, mother effers.
We're just waiting for you to follow up, or to the empathy and understanding where you did follow up. But you know, we're just sharing
Yeah, I
some
threw you all
comments
the
there
way
from the
off.
live. Sharing some comments from the live there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cause that. So I had to put that in because, like she said, when I had my moment today, it wasn't her, but
Yeah,
she was a good partner, a great partner, and let me just say, get me in, and release.
yeah. You can get on that high horse for about 5 minutes and you're good, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So and I get it. It's but she know it because it's not often I tend to rant, and if I need it, she just gonna let me get it out.
Yeah.
So
There you
that's
go.
why that's the empathy and understanding.
Yeah. All
But
right. Let's trickle on down here to another one. Shared values and goals, having common interests, values, and goals can create a sense of unity and purpose within a relationship. It is important to align on fundamental aspects such as family, finances, career aspirations, and lifestyle choices. Ooh. I'm gonna let you give your comment on that first.
yeah, because that was a long definition. You need to take a breath.
Yeah,
Um.
me either. I ain't young no more, so
Yeah. So anyway, that's definitely at the beginning. It's at the beginning. This is the foundation because when we start talking about family and finances, careers, and all that, and you waiting, it's gonna be too late then because guess what? It might be detrimental to your relationship then. It's
yeah.
like, oh, I wanted kids. We didn't talk about that. I don't want kids.
Yeah,
You know, oh, I don't want to live in this place in this state forever. I want to move to such and such. We didn't talk about that.
yeah,
I love it here. This is where my mama is. You know, it's things
yeah.
of that nature. You know, those are back right actuality. Those are done early on. You know,
Hmm.
well, I was just hoping you take care of me. Well, shit, baby, I was hoping you take care of me. You know, we're talking about financially now.
Okay.
No,
Well,
we could,
that's what we're discussing here. We, within the definition, finances, career aspiration, and lifestyle choices.
you know, and those that off the no off the rip in that first. I'm gonna give the grace period to say that first month we should,
You said
if that you
grace period.
decide that I want to pursue something with this, or I look at her as a potential partner, those got to be addressed. And I had to learn that, you know, because I'm very one. I'm one of the ones who you know who are duck. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, we don't need to talk about that right now. You sure look good. Oh yeah, you know, because we get
We'll
so,
get to that later. We'll get to that
yeah, we
later,
go
bro.
so wrapped into it. Yeah, but we get into it later. Trust me.
Cut that light off. This one here, I'm gonna try to contrast what you just said. I
Okay.
do agree with you now that it is based on the foundation that is built, that is defining a relationship. You got to have those interests, you got to have those values and goals, and you can plan it out in the beginning. You can put it on paper. However, you need to get to that point. However, I feel that some of those values and goals can change over time depending on circumstances.
Okay.
People can have a common goal to say, let's buy this new Mercedes that comes out in 2028, whatever it may be, right? We're going to save this money. And baby, I want you to have this new Mercedes. Boom, job layoff. You got to go back and reassess and rearrange and change those goals. Even just day to day living, you got to change because now you go from dual incomes to one income. You got other things that can come up that are detrimental that have to be addressed somehow, some way. If you got money's in savings, you got investments that you can draw off on. That's great. But the average American don't have those things. So again, it's a foundation that's built over time. Things can change. What if people grow apart and they no longer have common interests? We used to go play, just saying theoretically, a couple can go play spade every Thursday night at some such and such house, and they had a fallout with such and such, and they no longer communicating. Now that spade time that was bringing them together as a common interest is now calling them to go their own separate ways on Thursday night. He hanging with the boys, she hanging with the girls. So that is my take on that. So it's almost like trying to cover both sides of it, but I do feel that um, over time those concepts of shared values and goals can change.
So I see your point, and I don't disagree with it.
Yeah.
You know, relationships evolve, and that is, and when you're striving and dedicated to having a long term, forever or whatever, forever relationship,
Yeah.
and you evolve, there is a risk that you may evolve in different manners or different
Hmm.
fashions,
Hmm.
and this is where the work comes in.
Yeah.
We talk about this platform a lot of times. You have to constantly work to maintain your relationship,
Yeah.
but to keep it simple, is it worth it?
Exactly.
Or
There you go.
is he or she worth that gamble?
There you go.
I think the risk reward, if I love you, I'm in.
Hmm.
If somehow we evolve differently, it was worth the risk. I would have did it again
Yeah.
because I chose you.
There you go. The man has spoken. That's why I appreciate Marcus's point of view, because he always brings it back to the real. Date the firm.
Boy, go on, keep talking, Don
Yeah.
Cornelius.
So
Try-
yeah, so that's definitely a good way to look at things from different perspectives, different point of views. Again, we're not professionals here. We're just giving our opinionated views on some topics that are in relation to what defines a relationship. So please keep that in mind. Don't hold me this. Don't hold my feet to the fire. But you know, we
yeah,
shall see.
we just regular people
Yeah.
talking our experiences and our outlooks.
Yeah. And let's I think the next one, commitment. I'm not even going to now get into that one because that's that's a foundation from day one. But just to give a definition of what it was indicating here is a commitment implies dedication and investment in the relationship, prioritizing its growth and well-being. So we know if you ain't committed from day one, then it ain't no relationship, right?
Right.
It ain't going nowhere. It's gonna
Yeah.
fall off.
Don't be sometiming.
It'd be like Marcus when he was out there going to change tires when he was already in the bed with one.
Yeah, yeah.
No trust, no trust. But let's go down to the next one. I think this one actually is similar to one we discussed before. This is boundaries. Establishing and respecting personal boundaries is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance between independence and togetherness within the relationship. As would you consider that based on a length of time, or is that something that you established from day one and saying, "Hey, this is my side of the bed. Don't you cross it." You know?
So, honestly speaking,
Yeah.
for a majority of my life, it was time.
Okay.
It was time.
Elaborate, sir.
Yeah, because I just really started learning boundaries
Yeah.
in my relative life,
Okay.
not understanding the importance of it.
Yeah.
But now, as I evolved and listened and learned, it really should be a foundation.
Mhm.
Set your boundaries, and there will be no question later on.
Exactly.
You know what? This is I don't like this. No, I'm not saying like that, but this is something that it bothers me.
Yeah.
Or if they know it at the beginning, If they choose to adapt to it
Yeah.
or choose to let it go, the choice is at the beginning. Why, if I don't, if the boundary you set and I don't like it, I have a choice not to pursue this relationship. You in a relationship,
Hmm.
but don't set it years down the line. I always did. I always didn't like that,
Yeah.
and you just not finding out. That's not fair. Like I said, I'm learning this because I'm guilty of it.
Yeah. Uh,
So
Boundaries have to be established because I do wholeheartedly believe in respecting people's boundaries as well as people respecting mine. Because if you don't have boundaries, you're gonna have problems. And that's what I always say. And that is a foundation that from day one. It could be. Let me back to them. It's not just easy to explain it. That could be almost, how can I say it, a selfish thing on my aspect. And again, I'm speaking for me. And the reason I say that is for there were periods of time I wasn't in a relationship, so it was all about me, and I was doing things for me to please me, to satisfy me, and therefore boundaries didn't come into focus when dealing with other people because it was all about me. And then when you get into the relationship, you have to establish those boundaries, but at the same time, you have to understand that you have to give a little. You can't be all walled
okay,
off all the time, and that is probably, I'm going to say that is probably something that I do struggle with at times, based on my personality. Being an introvert, you will wall yourself off at any time you want to have some peace and quiet or just some downtime, and then you have that boundary just automatically built in with that you have to now personally understand there is a healthy balance in having that boundary, and then being aware that you may need to go beyond that boundary to allow others in to your circle or for that moment of time. So that's something that I personally have to check myself on, and I'm going to check it off on this list as well.
hey,
Yeah.
that's good. So we gotta do we self check each other. We self
Yeah.
checking yourself. I should say. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm learning things about myself and what I need to you know evolve a certain way. You learn things about yourself. That's a huge step in our lives.
Yeah, especially when we're at the age now where you just have to be aware of consciously how you're manifesting your energy, how you're walking through life. There's no more I'm just doing things because I don't care about the other person or how somebody else is feeling. We're not ignorant anymore to the fact we have been well diverse in means of obtaining knowledge, education, and experience, so that we have to walk in a different aspect, no longer being ignorant to the fact.
Yeah, and like I said, when we talk about relationships, yeah, it's no longer two footprints.
Yeah,
You know, it's a minimum of four.
yeah.
So
Six if you have kids,
exactly, but I say
eight,
minimum of
12,
four. Yeah, and
minimum
she
four,
got
and a light wallet on top of
Hey, we ain't gonna talk.
that.
You better start a
Yeah,
farm and grow some fruit in the backyard.
yeah.
All right. Kia said, Babe said, great awareness. Right
Yes,
on, baby.
thanks, kid. Appreciate that. And this is my next favorite topic: intimacy. Intimacy encompasses emotional, physical, and sexual closeness. It involves vulnerability, trust, and a willingness to be authentic and open with each other. That is a foundational act that must be established with from the beginning. Because if you don't have any romance, you don't have any intimacy, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have trust issues because if a man ain't getting no intimacy, what are you gonna do? He ain't gonna be at home. So that's definitely something that needs to be discussed and understood as to, because you got to learn a person's sexual desires, their sexual drive. It's just not intimacy. Well, I take that back. It is intimacy. Intimacy is not all about sex. It's about what we talked about earlier, the love languages, the verbal non-communications, as well as just being there for the person intimately in a spiritual, physical, and in a relationship manner. So it's not all about sex, but when it comes to the physicalness, there has to be some understanding.
Right. And so we actually did a live. Key and I did a live on this a couple of years ago about the difference between intimacy and I think it was this and sex and intimacy difference.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go back
you
and
know,
find that. That sounds pretty good.
yeah, I was on more the guy who intimacy means boom boom bang bang. We talk we get intimate often bang bang.
Bang bang.
Yeah, but once again wrong.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, yeah, intimacy versus
Intimacy
sex. Thank
versus
you.
sex. Okay.
Yeah, but I was wrong. And if will I call it a foundation piece? I would say yes.
Yes.
But like everything else, it seemed like we everything evolves because what I was confusing intimacy for with sex and thinking it's one and the same. I was still doing intimate things that didn't involve sex and didn't really, wasn't really recognizing it.
Mm. Okay.
Now I recognize more. You know, like for example, when it which correct me if I'm wrong, babe. Um, one of the things I learned, one of the things I do, babe, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's intimate, is every Sunday night, even when we a little upset each other, we just, we, I, I put oil on her scalp, you know, I oil her scalp and we watch one of our shows. And and I know that relaxes her. And I like doing it because that's to me that's I believe it's a form of intimacy. It's I'm touching you, I'm pleasing you,
Yeah.
but it's
You're
not in a
giving off
sexual way. It's just
vibes. Yeah.
in a
Positive
vibe. It's a
energy.
vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a way of like okay, we gonna relax and conquer the world tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
and with that soothing motion, I like okay, I'm knowing putting her in a great place. So and to me, that's just one example of some intimate act that we do.
Yeah.
But that wasn't at the beginning. That was something that was established, and I had to learn.
Yeah.
And I did it one time, and it progressed to where it's now it's a
Yeah.
routine,
Yeah.
or even if she's feeling tense, I I put that pillow on my lap and shake that oil bottle. Woohoo!
Marcus doing his thing, so
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
putting it down.
I can't massage you, but I could grease the shit out of a scalp.
Intimacy. I do like this one. This is definitely one of those foundation pieces that is established with the person that you're with. As you learn the person that you're with, you can be intimate in many ways. You can go out to a romantic dinner. You can go to a walk on the park, a nice evening, and then the sexual closeness is something that doesn't even have to be speaking about. If you're with a person, the love language, the love emotions, the vibe, the energy, you just know. You don't have to say it. You don't have to be like, baby, wake up. It's 8 o'clock. It's time for sex. You don't have to do that. It's something that's going to happen if you are going through the romantic aspects of a date, or you're wooing her over like it was the first time you met her. A man knows I am doing this because you love her. You're doing this because you value her. You treasure her, and then in turn, she knows that she loves you. Therefore, let the relations happen. And you whip it, and you don't let it whip you. That's what they said in
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Bang bang. Wait a minute. For those of a certain age or younger, that's a classic movie.
Yeah,
Please go do your Black History and
yeah.
watch Boomerang.
Love would have brought your ass home.
Last
Well, that might be another topic for a show.
oh,
Let me
write
get
it
all
down.
the
Yeah, yeah.
let me get on.
Things
Yeah,
to bring
love
your
would have
ass
brought
home.
your ass home last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. Hey.
leave $200. Just leave $200 on my nightstand. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Shit, I need to buy me some Jordans and shit.
Man. You gonna have me in bed tonight, baby, looking at her toes.
But Mark say, have a feet. Oh my
I can stop.
Telling you, man, I be them old women like that. I be at the grocery store. They be like, "Nah, I see you over there buying some grapes." Take off running.
Hey, real talk, Don. You do look like cougar bait.
Cougar bait, man. I'm old enough to be. They're my peers. Ain't no cougars over here. I'm
Well,
just
T
old as
Rex
they
bait.
are. T-Rex bait. Oh. Oh wow.
All right,
Kia
all
said
right,
live is over. Come on now.
all right. And so
All right.
I think, yeah, it is getting used to an hour, but we need to do our
Yeah.
segment though.
Let's do our segment here.
So we're about to go into a new segment. Let me do the intro. Hold on. So this segment is called On the Spot, where we ask you to throw a random topic at us or question, and we didn't prepare for it. We didn't study it, and we Don and I is going to address it. So we're just gonna pick somebody out there, put in the chat, or a topic or random question. We're going to address it before we get out of here tonight. So if there's
Toast
anybody out
time.
there,
Marcus
this
says
is your
toast
time.
time. You got to get out of here.
Oh, it's toast time.
All right.
So
Anybody got any questions? Any
anything we want, anything random
comments they
questions you
want us
want
to
to
jump
throw at
on?
us. If not, we'll throw one at each other.
Yeah.
All right, let me check the Instagram. All right, hold on. All right, so since nobody has one, so Don, I'm just going to put one out at you.
Yes, sir.
What's more important, trust or respect in a relationship?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Somebody, you just got saved.
I got
But
saved.
you got saved. We got one.
Okay.
It
And it
comes
says
here.
here, should couples give each other space like separate trips? That's a good question, Marie. Let's jump right into that, Marcus. I'm gonna go first as I was up on deck. I believe so. Girls trips, fellas, passport brothers, however you want to call it. Yes, you got to have space because if we don't give each other space, you're gonna get tired of looking at each other. You're gonna get tired of not in a negative way. You need that personal time to yourself so that you can enjoy what you'd like personally to do, because there's things that couples can do together. Spade night, like I said, you can go out to dinner, you can go to the movies, but what do you like to do personally? If and you could be a person that likes to give more than receive, but do you have any individual things that you like to do with your fellows or by yourself that can give you that space? What do you think about that, Marcus?
So I pretty much agree with you said. I echo it. Um, yeah, nothing wrong with it. But I'm also going to say within reason. If you're if you taking a girl's trip or you taking a guy's trip, you better have some y'all trip in there. You're not gonna keep going on trips with your girls and by yourself or by yourself without me. So I do agree. You need time. Because we're not always gonna have the same interest in everything. You want to grow yourself and do things, and you want to have something to come talk about to you. That's fine. I believe it. That's fine. I actually think it's necessary.
Now she indicated at the end of her sentence, she says trips with an S, plural. So would you agree that a guy, if they're taking trips, should it be multiple or should it be like once a year? Because I got some buddies that go fishing once a year, and it's like a annual, probably going on 20 years annual guys trip. I went once, I haven't had a chance to go again, but they always invite me every year. So is it multiple within 1 year for guys trips or girls trips, or is it something that say, okay, I went with the fellas. Next 3 months, I got to save up and take the lady somewhere. What do you think about that?
I'm with you. You know, like I said, don't. And honestly, before you think about, every so often, yeah, you may do a annual trip, and you didn't plan one for you as a couple.
Yeah,
That should be a one off.
yeah,
There should be something in the talks and the works that the couples is gonna you and your partner should have. So and if she, but before you even do any of this, that trust better be there,
oh yeah.
and that respect should be there.
Trust versus respect.
That's got to be there because if that's not there, they're not the other person's not gonna be comfortable. Period.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I
Okay.
me personally, like I said, I welcome it. If she go on a trip or something like that, I may be at the house eating cocoa puffs and watching cartoons.
So he's relaxing.
Yeah, in the bed
He got
and make
cheese
sure
puffs in the bed.
yeah, yeah. But I wash the sheets before she get home though.
Oh man,
But yeah,
that was definitely a good question, Maria. Appreciate that, and appreciate all the comments and the responses in the chat. This is what makes it fun for me when we get that open dialogue, that open platform in which we can converse and vibe with the people who are watching. Since Marcus brought me on here, I'm enjoying this every time I come on here, and I want to give it my all. And I ask that you just continue to support us. We are artists in our own right with respect. And as we establish this, as I assist them with establishing this platform, it was already established. As I assist them with carrying this platform to the next level, please share the word. Please get out there and support. There's a lot of more things we got in mind, a lot of more things we want to do. And we just need those people that are within the reach of our sounds of our voices to spread the word. And thanks, Kia. She says, "Great job, fellas."
right
And
on.
before we get out of here, I do want to give a comment for the end of the day. It's not a poetry piece, but it is poetic in nature. And I have the T-shirt on. This is a T-shirt that I made. It is purchasable on Amazon.com under their clothing section, and it's titled "Greatness." And it says, "In order to become great, one must surround themselves by it. In order to be great, one must compete against it. In order to become a legend, one must aspire to inspire." So I hope we inspired you tonight, as I would like to inspire you more. Please follow Junior Lilly Publications. And Marcus, he's the man behind the machine, pushing the buttons. And we are Date the Firm the Real. It's been a pleasure.
All right, share, like, and subscribe, man. We out.
Peace.
Peace. Hold on. We ain't out just yet. Let me hit the button.